Containerboard and other paper-based packaging offers brands and retailers a tremendous sustainability story, really in terms of recycling rate, in terms of use of recycled content, and other sustainability attributes. No other material comes close to what containerboard offers. And AF&PA, in this space, we've created information resources to help companies work with their customers. We have a tool called the Design Guidance for Recyclability and Repulpability of Packaging that's intended for brands to work with their packaging designers to improve recyclability. We've got other information, access to recycling numbers to substantiate all that work. Right, there's consumer demand, more attention from consumers on sustainability issues than we've seen in many years. And it's all around recyclability. There are concerns around the impacts of competing materials on the environment and making sure that litter and trash is not escaping the collection system into the environment, and paper offers a very competitive solution on a lot of those attributes. From a sustainability perspective, our industry really thinks about it in a very comprehensive way. So AF&PA has a sustainability program that we run on behalf of the entire industry that we call Better Practices, Better Planet 2030, Sustainable Products for a Sustainable Future. And it targets 5 major areas, really by kind of order of importance in terms of how customers and policymakers think about these different issues. You've got greenhouse gas reduction, which we're targeting a 50% reduction over our 2005 baseline by 2030, advancing a circular economy, improving the recyclability of our products, use of recycled content, those kind of attributes, improving our workplace safety, and then also our water management in the manufacturing process, and then finally on advancing resilient U.S. forests and the sustainability of forest fiber. Forest management is absolutely foundational to the work that our industry has done. It makes up a significant portion of the supply of the raw material that we use to make paper and paper-based packaging here in the U.S. And we're very proud of the goal that we established in the 2030 set of goals, because it transitioned our old 2020 goal really focused on third-party certification of sustainable fiber. And we have retooled the goal and reoriented it toward a more holistic look about how do we advance resilient forests overall, and making sure those forests get replanted and all of the different benefits and attributes that those forests bring. Packaging is, one of the important components of the overall impact of consumer products, and it's responsible for making sure that products arrive safely, undamaged, and unspoiled to the consumer. So it's a really critical function that people often don't think about all that much, because it that function isn't really fulfilled for all that long in the process. But from cradle to grave, paper offers one of the most sustainable solutions in terms of packaging, from our renewable and sustainable raw material sourced from those well-managed forests to the wonderful recycling infrastructure and robust demand for recovered fiber that we have at the back end of the system, and the high recycling rate that supports that. It's hard to find a more sustainable material option out there in the marketplace. Absolutely, and I think we're seeing that with extended producer responsibility, the legislation we now have adopted in 4 states, that's likely going to spread kind of even deeper through the U.S. market. I think what we're really seeing is that level of recyclability is an expectation from a policy perspective. It's almost table stakes that you shouldn't be putting a material on the market if it's not, easily recycled or easily collected and sorted and processed. And then that final step that's really important, it's actually remanufactured into a new product. But, we're here in Chicago. This is a fantastic example, because just in July of 2023, Chicago announced that it was adding paper cups to its collection and sortation systems. So it's joined, several other major cities, including New York City, Washington, D.C., Denver, San Francisco, and Seattle, in accepting cups. So that's definitely, work that we're in the early stages of that for the industry, but we see it as a really important priority.